Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. And for those of you who it's your first time, welcome. I'm Denise. This is Surrender to the Flow Tarot, and I will be doing a timeless general reading for the collective of Sagittarius. It's Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascendant, or Venus. It's a general reading. It won't resonate with everyone. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Just be careful to not put yourself into a story that isn't yours. You don't want to relate, you want to resonate. So you may have noticed that I did not do readings last week because I took a week off because I have vocal cord problems, which you can hear. I start speech therapy for that in a week from today. So I hope I will be back again, but I might need to be taking more vocal rest and stuff. So if I do not pop up with new readings again, know that that's the reason why, and that I will be back as soon as I am able. Okay. So today's reading, you might want to have something to write stuff down because a lot of information comes out in the cards, and it's a more simple reading, but it's more involved at the same time because that's just how I do it. Not even on purpose. It just turns out that way. We're asking the universe what divine feminine deity is with you right now for you to call upon for support, and we're using these cards. And we are going to pull a Heart Thoughts card with an affirmation for you at the end. Okay. So let's see, Sagittarius. What divine chica is on your side? You got 2. Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. And Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. Okay, so you guys, maybe y'all are feeling down right now, disconnected from yourself, maybe a little disenchanted. You're out of alignment with yourself, and maybe with your physical and your emotional, mental, spiritual self. Let's read these and see where you are, okay? Oh, I feel like y'all might need a hug. Sagittarius. Let's see. Okay. Lakshmi. Lakshmi personifies the splendor and affluence that arrives when we align our every action with what the soul desires most for us. Reverence for the Hindu goddess Lakshmi dates back to the first millennium BCE. She is known as the goddess of wealth, fortune, and prosperity. Her name is derived from the Sanskrit root laks and laksa, meaning L-A-K-S and L-A-K-S-A, meaning to know, understand, or to have a goal. She is the wife of the Hindu god Vishnu and has many festivals that are celebrated in her honor. In the ancient Indic epic, the Ramayana, R-A-M as in mom, A-Y-A-N as in Nancy, A. I would look that up, and if it's a movie, I would watch it. Lakshmi is said to have, in the Indic epic, the Ramayana, Lakshmi is said to have miraculously sprung from the foam of an ocean of milk churned by the gods. Maybe it's a reading or something. Lakshmi is often pictured in her iconography holding the lotus. So a lotus, right? This is symbolic of the fact that great beauty arises from the dark richness of the earth under any circumstances. All that's needed is the auspicious or divine timing for the lotus to come into bloom. Her essence, then, is about understanding the goal in life to realize the abundance of the soul. When your soul selects her card, abundance looks different to each of us. Some people have incalculable material wealth, but are bereft of a sense of purpose or a greater vision for their life, and so are left feeling lost. Others are considered poor in financial wealth, but walk around radiating love and the kind of light that has an inestimable worth. Lakshmi is the auspiciousness that begins to bloom in our life when we align our every action with the work our soul has come here to do. Align every action with the work your soul has come here to do, and the abundance will come. Lakshmi reminds us of the ultimate goal, which is not making money, but being able to know our true bliss. What makes us feel lit up like a glow stick while we're doing it? What work doesn't feel like work at all? Lakshmi is a wink to find that vocation, that bliss, so that what is within us comes into full bloom through something we can do and show the world. Lakshmi represents both the gold we can hold in our hands and the gold we can become by doing work that feeds our soul. She's the reminder that true abundance doesn't come from our bank statement. It comes from a state of mind we enter when we know we are contributing great worth to the world in the effort of becoming more love. So abundance is right there for y'all, Sagittarians. Okay. Why do I feel like you guys need a hug? Maybe it's a long time coming, this abundance. And you've been working for a long time and you felt like you were going to give up. Well, don't give up because you're right there. You got it. Your soul voice meditation is, when do I feel the most abundant? Your intention is, I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. Let's look at Sappho. Sappho embodies the deep love, admiration, and sensuality that exists between women. It is believed Sappho was born around 630 BCE on the Greek island of Lesbos. She was referred to in antiquity as the 10th muse and the poetess, just as Homer was referred to as the poet. She is one of the great Greek lyrists and one of the few known female poets of the ancient world. She read her poems rhythmically while accompanied by a lyre, L-Y-R-E, in a form that is now known as Sapphic meter. So any of these things that are sticking out to you or you don't know what they mean, write them down and look them up, because clearly you are a wordsmith. You are giving birth to the formation and harmony of words. Interesting. So maybe that's what you've been trying to, that was the avenue you were using. That was your bliss, right? You're happy, the job that brings you joy. And this is maybe saying not to give up on it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going with it, specifically. But there's definitely a women, let's keep reading. Sappho is celebrated for the sexuality and sensuality in her poetry, especially her love for women and the female body. Fill the goblet up, these laughing lips shall kiss the brim, come, Venus, come. This is one of the fragments that remain of her voluminous collection of poetry. Ecclesiastical authorities in Constantinople and Rome obliterated her work in the 11th century. Her poetry was publicly burned because church leaders were scandalized by its erotic nature and that the author was a woman. In ancient Greece, a woman's love for another woman was considered natural, and Sappho's love for the female form became legendary. It is believed that she read her writing before groups of women, educating and elevating them as she performed her poetry about the goddess-like nature they all possessed. So for those of you who don't identify as as female, this is definitely about getting in touch with your receptive parts of you, the softer parts of you, the not weak, softer in the way you view things, softer in the way you move through things, softer in the way of not using momentum, but being in the flow. You understand what I mean? That's what I mean by soft. And that's for any gender, but that's if you're listening to this and you do not identify as female and you're like, wait, this is how you can apply it for yourself. Feel me? Okay. When your soul selects her card, instead of exhausting ourselves with the unholy effort of comparing our own bodies to others or of competing for resources that are actually unlimited, look up Abraham Hicks and the Vortex. Sappho urges us to do the most revolutionary thing we could ever do. Love ourselves and our sisters fiercely. We can't recover Sappho's lost poems, but we can reclaim the enduring spirit she left us. We can become her poetry. We can revel in the pleasure we are capable of feeling, and we can love unapologetically with the full spectrum of our emotional range and from the fathomless depth of our hearts. Lift up a woman in your life. Help her reach a dream she's been incubating. Take time to indulge with lady loves in your life. Go to a spa, make a dinner together, go skinny dipping, or just do something outrageous that celebrates the fact that you love each other. Ooh, please tell me in the comments what you do and how you do it. And please, I would love to read that. Sappho is about the power of loving every inch of the female form. Spend a day flooding your thoughts with positive affirmations about your body or a woman's body. Take a long bath with red rose petals. Do something nourishing that acknowledges your love for the fact that you are a woman or for the radiant women who constellate your life. Nice. So who you got out there, Sagittarius, that you need to show some love to? Come on, yourself, your girls, your sisters, your mother, your woman, your partner, your child. Soul voice meditation. Is there a woman in my life I can send love to and lift up in this moment? Intention. I love every inch of my body and I love the women in my life fiercely. If you've been feeling bad about yourself or like being mean to yourself in your head, like calling yourself lazy or things like that, if your body isn't in the form that you want and in the shape, and I don't mean physical shape, I mean like health shape, you know what I mean? Like fitness shape, meaning like, I understand that this could be taken the wrong way. What you're actually physically able to do. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like your endurance, your strength. This is a gentle nudge from Sappho, and you can call on Sappho for this to help you, give you that motivation to reflect to you how beautiful you are and perfect you are and how you're worth taking care of you. It doesn't have to be a burden. And it's no competition either out there. You are perfect the way that you are. Just because you exist, you're worthy of love and everything good. Just for existing. That's wonderful. Okay. Let's get your heart thoughts cards. Interesting reading, right? So this could be love. It's definitely love. It could be self-love or love of yourself and a partner or familial love. And reaching the next level with however that resonates for you. The next highest level. And you reach it by going inward and opening up. and truly embracing all of you. This is a lovely reading, Sagittarius. I flow with life. Divine order is ever present in my life, and there's plenty of time for all that I choose to do. Divine order is ever present in my life, and there is plenty of time for all that I choose to do. So maybe you've been feeling pressured and anxiety, and because maybe you're holding yourself up to expectations and ideals that don't apply. They're not necessary. You don't need them. Relax into you. Relax into you more. Give yourself ease. Choose the thoughts that give you ease. Choose the thoughts that bring you light. Yeah? And when it's hard for you to do those things on your own, call on these goddesses and call on people you know in real life, okay? Don't be afraid. If you're afraid to reach out, I get that. I don't want to tell you not to be afraid, but what I will tell you is that once you reach out and people respond, you will realize that maybe there wasn't as much reason to be afraid as you thought. You know what I mean? Give people a chance. You know, you can discern who are the ones you can trust and who are the ones you can't, who are the ones who will be there for you. Just don't take their inability personally for you. You know what I mean? Okay. Sagittarius, thank you for coming and sharing your time and your energy with me again. And I hope that this was helpful. And hopefully I will see you again next week. Bye, Sagittarius.